Hey y'all, so I just wanted to make a update video. I know it's been a couple years since I've even posted a video, maybe like a year and a half or I don't know. It's been a while. It's definitely been over a year. Um, but I'm doing well. I did relapse and you know, had to go back through the same agonizing pain. I went to a detox center. Um, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, so had to go, do the whole shebang again. I had to detox so many times, detox myself multiple times. But as of today, I am clean. Um, I'm one of those people that like it has to get really bad for me to stop because the heroin is just so addictive. You obsess over it. You think of it nonstop. And it's something really hard to let go of. I loved heroin more than I loved anyone. And it's really sucks for me to say that. It was like I was married to heroin. Um, and the things that we do to get it, we just become, we just go to like a really dark place, even though deep down, we are good people. And, I think about how, like when I was a kid, how good I felt before I started using, and I didn't need it then, and all the fun things I was able to do, be able to go on trips and not have to make sure, you got all this dope to last the trip. And it's like a family trip, like, or go home for Christmas and you gotta make sure you got enough dope to like not be sick on Christmas. And it's just rough, and my dad knows and my mother knows about my addiction, and they just, they don't even, I've relapsed so many times. It's to the point that they just think that I'll never get clean, like my dad's like, I'm just waiting on you to die, it's really sad. And he's like, I don't want, your little brother to find you dead. I mean, I have my own house now, but this was when I was living with him and he kicked me out because of it. And I mean, of course, I've been lying, saying that I wasn't using, and it was more of his girlfriend's idea anyway, but whatever. If you have divorced parents, you know how that goes. Um, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's the devil. You're fighting the devil. You really are. Um, I recommend for, I mean, some people, I mean, I've gone cold turkey withdrawal in jail, and it's just fucking hell. I mean, 5 days, bonded out finally, and that day, the night I got out, did a shot. Just was so sick. I was leaving the jail, like, still throwing up bile because I hadn't eaten anything, and just, oh, I felt awful. I was, just covered in sweat, hadn't slept, and I, actually got home and just did a little shot and was good. And you wait that long, wow, it's ridiculous. But I definitely recommend the Suboxone taper. I don't recommend going on Suboxone maintenance because the withdrawals from Suboxone are much longer than the withdrawals from heroin, and it's terrible to come off of. Not as bad as methadone, obviously, so definitely don't do methadone. But Suboxone or subutex, just do like 6 milligrams the first day, and then 4 milligrams the next day, and then 2 milligrams the next day, 2 milligrams the following day as well, and then 1 milligram the following day, and then 1 milligram the next following day, and or, I'm sorry, those are 2 milligrams, not 1 milligram. Then you cut the pill or the strip in half, and then you have 1 milligram, and then next day cut it even smaller. Or you can jump off at 1 milligram, and I haven't seen people, use it for that long. I only used it, I literally did 6 milligrams, then 4 milligrams, 2 and 2. These are all different days, and then 1. So it's 5 days of taking Suboxone, and I'm fine. No withdrawals from it. I've heard some people say they do a Suboxone taper and they still leave there sick, but they're getting on like 24 milligram tapers. That's a lot of Suboxone. And that naloxone is hard on your body. It's just not good. So, the smallest dose you can start off with, the first day is your loading dose, which always the first day for me, no matter how much I take, I still don't feel well. The first day never works for me. The second day, the Suboxone seems to kind of kick in a little bit more. I mean, like right at 24 hours when I take it, I'm still sick. 48 hours, after I've taken the last dose, it starts to get a little bit better, and it gets better third, fourth day, fifth day. I have terrible trouble sleeping. I mean, I literally won't sleep till like the seventh day. And every night I'm getting like 20 minutes of sleep, waking up covered in sweat, It's just an awful feeling. I'm kicking the bed the whole night because you've got these crazy restless leg syndrome. But I do not recommend Suboxone maintenance. I mean, for some people, if you absolutely just, cannot stay off dope, then Suboxone is the better option. But instead of doing that, honestly, you should go get a Vivitrol shot. You get the Vivitrol shot, and you can't use, it won't get you high. You'd have to get it every month, but for that whole month, you cannot get high. So I'm definitely, a fan of that. I'm thinking about doing that myself. Just to be safe. And, people, if you don't want to get the Vivitrol shot, then, you're probably still thinking about using, And I get it. I totally get it. It's just like, well, what if I want to get high one day? Well, one day, it's never just one day, It turns into 6 years. Like that. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you really do have the willpower to go cold turkey, I envy you. I went cold turkey in jail, and I went to this place called Four Circles, and they don't give you Suboxone or anything. They'll give you like ibuprofen, clonidine, but you can't always take it if it drops your blood pressure too low. And I always have super low blood pressure for some reason, so I wasn't really able to take the clonidine. And then they give you like a muscle relaxer, Robaxin, and I don't know. I couldn't even smoke there. I was wearing a nicotine patch. It was like, all right, I'm not going to trash a treatment center, but it wasn't for me. I mean, it's like 11-degree weather outside, and they make you go hiking and camping, and you're sleeping on the ground in 11 degrees, withdrawing from heroin, in the fucking mountains, there's snow. Excuse my French, but I mean, if you can go to a detox, if you can afford that, or you have good health insurance, then do that, because, then you're locked in, and then you can get out and you can work with a counselor, and you can do intensive outpatient or outpatient or PHP, or go to a 30-day center. I was in a year treatment, actually. I mean, it was just awful. I mean, it was a house. It was not even like a halfway house. It was extended treatment. Like, you never got your phone ever. You got your car at like 7, 8 months. You got a job at 6 months. You had to get people to give you rides for the first month until you got approved for a car. 22 girls live in a house. Not allowed to talk to boys. You can only make one phone call 1 week. It's your family call day, and I'd call my dad every Tuesday. But it was just, I mean, we just sat around and did nothing. They don't let you get a job for 6, 7 months because they want you to sit with yourself and like be comfortable sitting with yourself. But for me, all that does is just make me, my thoughts start running, and I start plotting, like, how am I going to get out of here? How am I going to get high? This is miserable just sitting around. I don't agree with that at all. You definitely need to distract yourself and get a job immediately, and because you just can't sit around, especially with our addict behavior and the way our minds think. We gotta go. We want to go, get our stuff, and not get pulled over and not get in trouble while we're getting our stuff, and then we gotta figure out how to get more money for our stuff, and yeah. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to make this video and give y'all an update. I love everyone. Thank y'all for the support. Comment down below. I'm totally would love to, email with someone, or help anybody out that needs any help, or, if you have any more questions about the Suboxone taper or subutex taper, or any questions about anything. I'm very familiar with all the detox meds, with as many times as I have detoxed. Do not get on methadone.